What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Juujika no Rokunin chapter 231. But before we get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked fall anime season coming to a close, in which we are covering Gachukuda, Sanda, Togenanki, Boku no Hero Academia Final Season, Spy Family Season 3, and One Punch Man Season 3 in Digimon, and there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So last chapter we saw essentially Aruma dying, and my only gripe about Aruma's death is we didn't get to see him like fully descending into the pits of hell. I really wanted to see that. It frustrates me that we didn't get to see it, god damn it! Ugh! But anyways, at least we did get Katami though. Like, Katami and Grandpa's portion of it was fucking awesome. That made my goddamn life. But anyways, let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. And this chapter is titled Memory of Justice. Stay down. It's over for you all. The Revolutionary Club is no more. Bye-bye, cult. I'm still surprised this bitch is still alive. She's lucky she's still alive. What is this place? Never thought they hid all of this underneath a gymnasium. Better watch your backs. Some of their friends might still be hiding around the corner. Where is Aruma and Shigoku Kyo? Ma'am. Yep. There he is. Wait, Azuma? Wait, what? So Azuma's body was there? I did not think he made it to over by Azuma's body. How? I don't like that. I'm sorry. I really don't like that. I really like that metaphor that was at the end of last chapter. I really don't like... I know some people are probably happy that's like, yay, you know, he got to die next to Azuma. But at the same... But I don't like that. I'm sorry. I really don't. I don't, because I really liked that at the end of the chapter, it really felt like it was just going to be a really pretty metaphor where it was like, one, it was a yin-yang motif, and two, that the visual metaphor was going to be that you had Azuma like on the other side in like heaven or whatnot, and Aruma, like the spotlight being on Aruma in purgatory. And like going into hell. So it's like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I personally am not a fan of it. I'm sorry. Azuma, shun these two. Like, but how? Oh yeah, because this was underneath the gymnasium. Okay. But like, really? At the same time, it's like, really? But what about the other bodies though? Wouldn't the other bodies be there? That's why I'm like, huh? This ma'am, we have identified what appears to be Shigoku Kyo's remains. Are you... Shun, you finally did it. Thank you. And there's Reo and Kawana. Yeah. And so, our war finally ended. 432 injured, 52 deaths. All the terror attacks committed by the Revolutionary Club in Hashida Town have cost so many lives. This incident has shaken the world. Media outlets have been continuously reporting this event as the greatest cult-related case. Shigoku Kyo, evil's charisma criminal of the century. How did a boy manage to lead a cult? What triggered this incident? I love that my boy is just... Even in death, my boy is getting that much attention. I freaking love Kyo, man. Disparity, secret society. The press hasn't stopped sensationalizing it all. How did a boy become a cult leader? However, none of them ever mention the name Shunaruma. That sucks. That fucking sucks. That sucks. Like, poor Ruma. Like, considering all the shit that he did, that really sucks. My poor man, like, especially, like, the thing that would make Aruma's story the most interesting is that Aruma was one of the experiments that Kyo had. He rose. And he, like, it's the experiment that fought back. Like, poor Aruma. I'm still not happy that this bitch is still alive, though. I'm sorry, I'm not. Who stopped the incident? Nobody knew. A lot more lives were saved thanks to him. Forgive me, Anza. Yeah, Una, you bitch! You wanted Aruma to die at one point, you stupid fuck! Even though I still haven't forgiven him for what he did, but if nobody in this world will ever remember his deeds, is it wrong for me to honor him in the name of justice? Vengeance seekers aren't merely criminals. Madam Anzai, it's all over now. The Katami Clinic lives! Let's go! Oh, God, this feels so wrong that Momaki I'm so mad. I'm so mad. There's a lot of things here. The war has ended. What's left for the survivors? So next chapter is the final chapter. I'm so fucking mad about a lot of shit that's happened in this aftermath. I am not happy for one thing that... I'm sad that Aruma's not getting recognized for what he did. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy that... I know I'm going to probably bitch about it next week in the final chapter. No, the final chapter, what I do for final live reactions, let me be clear about that. What I do is, I don't do a recap, I dive straight into the chapter. I give my thoughts about the chapter as like a chapter, as an ending, and then I go into my thoughts on the series. That's what I'll do, like, my other problems with the series, because I have a lot of issues. But I'm going to get my thoughts on, like, the problem I have with this chapter and, like, some of the other shit with... I've talked about my gripes with this over the past few weeks. But, like, I'm going to say it. Momaki straight up ruined... I'm going to keep saying it. Momaki straight up ruined this arc. She did. Like, if we would have had Momaki versus Reo, I would feel so different about this arc. I would. That's the thing that's missing from here. It feels so incomplete because we didn't get, like, we didn't get to see Reo kick Momoki's ass. That's the thing that's missing from this. Like, if we would have had Momaki kicking Reo kicking Momoki's ass, and then Momaki ran off like a bitch and then pull that bitch move, I would feel so differently about this. I totally would. And then there's the other thing too. And then also, like, the other thing that still bothers me is that, I still don't like that Kyo, like, still apologized. That shit pisses me off. And also, I don't like that, what was the other thing? I don't like that Kyo, I don't like that Kyo's, the shit leading up to Kyo's demise. It doesn't feel right. I feel like it should have been grander, you know? And the other thing that, no, I'll save the other things that bothered me in the live reaction next week. But man, feels so anticlimactic. And I'm not sorry for saying it. I don't think, Uda, you are lucky that your ass is still alive. You are so fucking lucky that your ass is still alive. Your ass should have been dead ages ago. I would have not been mad if your ass died. I would have not been mad if your ass died ages ago. I am happy. I will say one thing I am happy about is something I said was I wanted Reo and Kawana to survive. I am so happy that Reo and Kawana survived. Thank fucking God. Uda, I would have been happy if your ass died and Reo and Kawana were the lone survivors in all of this. That would have been the saving grace of this, is if Uda died and Reo and Kawana just survived. I'm happy that they survived. I am. Reo and Kawana surviving is the saving grace of this. I know people are pissed about Aruba dying, but I'm going to say this. Let's be real. We all knew Aruma was going to die at the end of this. There's no way that Aruma was going to survive. I'm not surprised that he died. I'm not. Do I like that he died via poison? No, I don't like that. I think he could have gone out, it's the same thing with Azuma. I think Azuma should have gone out, the poison should have been way different, mind you. I don't like this. I don't like how Aruma went out like this. I feel like this should have been executed. This could have been executed way better. This really could have. Everything, let's be clear. Kyo's death itself, him, burning alive and shit like that, I am not mad about that. I am not mad about the death itself. It's just the events leading up to it could have been so much better. That feels like a letdown. With Aruma's death, I really wish it wasn't poison. I know it's to tie it together with Azuma, but really? Is that why you gave Azuma a weak-ass poison? Was because of that? That's fucking retarded. I'm sorry. Azuma should have had, especially given Momoki's poisons, it should have been a stronger-ass poison. This is a torture manga. Come on. Again, it's poetic. I know I will be getting a lot of shit that it's the hopeless romantic in me is happy that Aruma died by Azuma's side. Don't get me wrong. But, and yes, it is tragic because it's so close yet so far kind of thing. But I would have, as I said, I think the visual metaphor that we saw I would have rather have it be that visual metaphor of being so close yet so far apart kind of thing. I really like that aspect. And also it doesn't make sense because what about the rest of the bodies? But now, this raises a very interesting question. We won't know for sure until, the final, obviously, until next week. But I had this feeling even, before the final chapter for Jujutsu Kaisen dropped. So, I'm going to, and I think I even had this for Noragami as well, if I remember correct. No, did I have this for Noragami? No, Noragami, we didn't know. No, maybe I did have it for Noragami as well. I definitely had it for Domestic Nakanojo. Nothing, it will be really hard to top Domestic Nakanojo as the worst fucking ending of all times. If motherfuckers are gonna say Oshinoko is worse, you were full of shit. You were lying to yourself. The majority of people that are saying Oshinoko has the worst ending of all times, it is because, one, they haven't read Domestic Nakanojo, and two, it's because they're pissed off that Aqua died. Motherfucker, Aqua was gonna die from the start. So you're fucking retarded if you're gonna say that. Oshinoko's ending, kind of, here's where I'm going to compare this to Oshinoko. Oshinoko and Juujika no Rokunin have a similar issue. Where, like, there just needed to be a few tweaks. Just a few tweaks. And it would be fine. And then I could be like, okay. But here's where Juujika no Rokunin is more similar to Jujutsu Kaisen and the worst ending side of the spectrum. It was one bitch that ruined it. One bitch that ruined it. In friggin' Jujutsu Kaisen's case, it was Nobara coming back to fucking life. Here, it was Momoki goddamn crashing the party. Momoki had no fucking business being here. She had no business coming and crashing the party when she did not even fight Reo. God, I swear. That's when this manga was, like, I know people are gonna be like, oh God, Juujika no Rokunin is fucking hot trash anyway. Juujika no Rokunin had a lot of problems, mind you. It has a lot of problems, especially in this arc, this final arc. And there's a lot of issues I have with this final arc. But it could have been, this arc could have been saved if we would have had Momoki versus Reo. It really could have been, because we could have had a lot, there was potential for more shit to happen in, especially in terms of, like, the Kyo torture. We could have had, like, a throwback to the Ando shit, like, let's be real, where this arc peaked, this arc fucking peaked, was, when Aruma fought Kibe. That's where it goddamn peaked, was when he fought Kibe. Oh God, that shit was amazing. I'm so mad. I'm gonna be forever mad about that. But this aftermath is so disappointing. I know some people are gonna be like, it's disappointing because Aruma is dead. No, I would have been more disappointed if Aruma was alive. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I did want him to be with Reo. And let's be real, he would have been with Reo. But, like, I am happy that Kyo is getting his attention, as he should. He should be, because Kyo is just an amazing, he's just like an enigma. So I love it. I love that Kyo's getting his attention. But, like, the other thing, though, that's very interesting, going back to that for a second, is that I'm surprised, one of the things I'm really surprised about that's not being mentioned is, that I really wish it would have been mentioned, is how, like, deep this cult went. Because remember, Kyo's cult, like, there were members of the cult in, like, the police. There were, in the police force. There were members, I believe, there were probably members in the government as well. Like, Kyo's cult was untouchable. So, like, I would have loved to see, like, something I would have loved to see in this chapter, and I think this would have made this chapter better for me, is see members of the government getting arrested that were involved in Kyo's cult, see members of the police getting arrested that were in, the higher-ups that were in Kyo's cult. Like, I would have loved to see that. I think that would have really saved this chapter. Because you're talking about, this is the aftermath to this? Show how deep the corruption went. And that, going back to Oshinoko for a second, that was my issue with Oshinoko's ending, because we saw that Dad, like, did kind of something similar to Kyo, but we never got to see, like, how bad it was. We never got to see, like, the insanity. And I really wanted to see that. That's what I wanted to see here. And not having that really bothers me. I really wanted to see how deep Kyo's manipulation went in terms of the corruption in the government. Fuck, was Kyo's cult only limited to Japan? Did it go, was it a worldwide thing? I doubt it was I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but, like, wouldn't you guys want to see if it, like, how deep, like, how high the corruption was, how deep the corruption was? I really, because, like, like, how was Kyo's able to get away with this for so long? Like, where in the government did it, like, where? Like, how deep was this? We knew he was at the police. His influence was in the police. We don't know, like, again, how deep it was in the government. So, not having that really bothers me. And as I said, I think that would have saved this chapter, is knowing, like, how deep the corruption went. But let me know what you guys think. Because, like, personally, I am not a fan of Uda, especially in this chapter. Like, just not like, if she would have just revealed, like, how deep this shit went, and, like, arrested the corrupt cops and, like, the corrupt politicians that were involved with the cult, like, that would have, like, made, like, what she said even better. Like, what she said here, like this, what is this? Even though I still haven't forgiven him for what he did, but if nobody in this world will ever remember his deeds, is it wrong for me to honor him in the name of justice? Considering, like, the amount of corruption that Aruma stopped? Yeah, yeah. That would have been nice to know how much corruption, or not just the lives he saved, but the amount of corruption that Aruma exposed. I really don't like that we don't have that here. This is such an underwhelming aftermath. It just feels so incomplete. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think we'll get, if we get it next chapter, I will not be mad at that. I will forgive this. But, like, to an extent. But, like, I feel like it should have been in this chapter. If you're going to talk about, like, Kyo's cult and shit, reveal how bad the corruption is. Like, come on, man. This is why I got to compare it to Oshinoko. It's because of that. The lack of, like, how bad this corruption was. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, what do you guys think? I'm happy, again, as fucked up as it sounds, I am happy, like with Oshinoko with Aqua, I am happy Aruma is dead. It was always going to be this way, whether you like it or not. I am happy. The saving grace of this manga for me right now is Kawana and Reo being alive. I would have been pissed if either of them died. If Reo died by Aruma's side, that would have been bomb. What do you guys think about Aruma, like, actually dying by, Azuma's side and it not being a visual metaphor? I'm torn on that. Like, part of me, like, really kind of dislikes it, but, like, part of me is like, I kind of understand what they're going for here. It's very poetic, but I kind of wish it was just a visual metaphor. I really do. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Juujika and Rokunin content. Few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!